And secondly, if you send F-16s or, sophisticated Western jet fighters, you have to send a whole backup system, very difficult to get to grips with. But then we've heard them say no before, and then a couple of months later they give in. So whether it's tanks or whether it's medium-range missiles, at first it's always no, and then it's yes, begrudgingly. And of course, what the Ukrainians would like is for this to be sped up much more.
Any moves to provide those F-16s would escalate the possibility of direct confrontation between the US and Russia. Tomorrow, we'll hear a perspective from Russia's ambassador to the UK as the war enters its second year. I'm Simon Marks.
To recap the top stories, the UK's Defence Secretary says the war in Ukraine could last for at least another year, with Russia's President Vladimir Putin showing no sign of stopping. Moldova's government has dismissed claims by Russia's defence ministry, meanwhile, that Ukraine was preparing for armed provocation in Moldova's pro-Russian separatist region. And British sports commentator John Motson, one of football's best-known voices, has died at the age of 77. That's the latest feature story news. Laura Macon-Isherwood reporting.
We will die like dogs. What? Tell us we will die like dogs.
You will die like dogs.
No, we will not die like dogs. We will fight like lions, because we are the Three Amigos.
Good morning. It's KCHW 102.7. Getting started on a Three Amigos Thursday with me, my buddies via Zoom. First up, my girlfriend thinks he's super hot. It's Alan Milani. Wow.
Don't be putting words in her mouth.
And live from his home somewhere in Chihuahua, Chuck Ritchie finally joining us. We were worried you weren't going to make it, Chuck.
I was worried too.
All right. So you got a new computer.
Yeah, and Zoom keeps crashing. It's connecting, and as soon as you tried to let me into the meeting, it goes boop and shuts down.
Wow. But you made it. How'd you get? Do you grab another computer? What'd you do?
Yeah. I used my wife's that I've been usually using.
All right.
Did you just yank it out of her hands?
Pretty much. Well, she wasn't awake yet, so.
Oh.
She sleeps with it though. He had to slide it out from under her arm.
Pretty much. Yeah.
All right. Hope you guys having a good morning. What's the weather like there, Alan? Give us an update before I do the official forecast.
Well, it's like 1 degree. Well, it went up a degree. It's 2 degrees outside and 3 degrees in my carpet store.
Ooh,
it's cold.
It's cold.
Yeah,
all right.
Good or cold.
We got our winter backgrounds on. That snow is swept across the country. Reports of I-90 being closed through Minnesota. All sorts of power outages and tough stuff through the Midwest. And it's finally hit the East Coast, as you can see. I'm buried in snow. All right. Okay. That's a fake picture, by the way. All right, 17 degrees for your high temperature in Chihuahua today. 1 for an overnight low. That's going to be under clear skies. Mostly sunny for your Friday. That'll be nice. All the way up to 26 with a low of 8. And then your cold snaps over. Saturday, 33 and 22. Partly cloudy. Sunday, 35 and 18 with an 80% chance of snow. Enjoy.
No bueno.
All right. Let's see. Monday, 40 and 28. Afternoon snow showers. Probably be rain. 39 and 22 for Tuesday. Looks like you got periods of snow throughout next week, so stand by. Winter not over yet, unfortunately.
Who do I complain to? Where's the manager?
That would be Alan today.
No, sir.
Alan, and what did you say to me when I showed you how big my head can get online?
I said there's something wrong with you.
There's something wrong with him. Ah! Sorry. Yeah, it's just a bonus if you're tuned in on Facebook, and my head actual size today.
Oh, that is a large head.
That is, isn't it huge?
Wow.
All right. Sorry. What the kids are eating for breakfast on a Thursday, it's a breakfast pizza. It's a variety of cereal, fresh fruit, fruit juice, and your choice of milk. And then for lunchtime fun, straw hats.
What?
I remember those.
Do you know what that is?
It's just a taco salad.
Really? Why would they call it a straw hat?
Well, it's like a taco salad, but with like tortilla chips,
Because they taste about the same, Scott.
Isn't it?
Ooh, Alan.
All right. I don't know. I can't verify that. Please don't call the fact checkers.
Straw hat, salad, fresh veggies, carrots, fresh fruit, and again, your choice of milk, and you can throw in some salsa too, preferably in the milk. They had another one that busted me up on Tuesday with me and Val. They had for lunch, they had pepperoni rippers.
I was going to ask about those. They actually sound delicious.
Yeah, whatever. All right.
Okay, so I just Googled it. A straw hat is it's chili and cheese on chips.
Oh, okay. Well, you were close. We'll give you that.
Everything I'm showing has them on Fritos, which we call a Frito pie.
All right. I checked late starts for schools just in case there was anything going on. There is Reardon running 2 hours late again today. So you can file that away. Quick check of the community calendar, pretty light as we head for the weekend. But next week, lots of stuff going on. On Tuesday, story time at the Chewelah Library, 11:30 to 5. On Wednesday at the library, it's First Wednesdays with Ted and Brandon Hansen at the library. That goes from 10 to 3, and that's your chance if you have some business questions, you're curious about starting a business, maybe helping your business do a little better. You can check in with Brandon and find out about the services that TED offers. And, of course, TED stands for the Tri-County Economic Development District. Following Brandon is weekly tech help at the library as well from 3 to 5. That's all happening next Wednesday. Thursday, then, it's First Thursday Art Walk on the streets of Chewelah, 6 participating locations. That goes from 5 to 8 p.m. Let's see. Then the Sons of the American Legion on Saturday. Oh, this made me hungry yesterday. Going to do it again. It's they used to do this all the time. Of course, COVID kind of put a slowdown to that, but they're back with their Dungeness Crab Feed. Sons of American Legion presenting this on the 4th of March. And let's see, tickets. Here's your phone number for tickets, all right? Call in advance, 509-395-8464. 395-8464, and space is limited for this. So if you want to
Does it have a cost for the tickets?
It does not say on the ad what the cost is, but it's supporting a good cause, so we don't care. $10 billion per ticket.
And you have to share the same crab.
Yeah. It's one crab for the crowd. No. Shouldn't say that.
All right. I thought this might be kind of fun today. It's stupid sports. Yeah. It's a lame sound effect. All right. So they listed here online. I found this today. It was a bunch of stupid sports. It starts off with some ones you've probably heard before, like water polo. Okay, I wouldn't necessarily call that stupid. So let's call them weird. I don't want to be mean to somebody that's really into lacrosse or something like that.
Water polo is hard. It's one of the most physically demanding sports there is.
Ooh, really? Have you played it before?
Yeah. Well, no, but I've just read about it, and you pretty much, it's almost like synchronized swimming. They have to like hold themselves up out of the water to be able to catch and do all the things, and yeah. All right.
Well, it
really,
says
really intensely hard sport.
It says players benefit from increased cardiovascular strength, stamina, and core strength, as well as improved flexibility and muscular strength. Major benefit of playing in water is the joints and muscles are cushioned, meaning water polo can be a lifelong sport for those willing to put in the effort, like Chuck.
Yeah, I'm not.
Of course, he usually does it in the tub.
Yeah, just me. Racquetball.
Hey, even in the tub, it's hard to stay above the water line.
It is. It is.
All right. How about this one? Muggle Quidditch. Yeah, from Harry Potter. Actual sport now. It really exists. Broomsticks, but sadly, minus the flying. Muggle Quidditch. It's based on the game played in J.K. Rowling's popular Harry Potter series. It first made its appearance in Vermont in 2005. There are now 30 teams in the UK. It's a mixture of rugby, dodgeball, and handball. So you get to hit people. Oh, man. Each team has one keeper, two beaters.
Two beaters?
Two beaters. One seeker and three chasers, all of whom are required to carry a broom between their legs at all times. This is mayhem on a great scale. Wow.
Nothing could go wrong.
Nothing possible. No one could get hurt.
Probably won't be too long before it's televised.
All right, let's see. The golden snitch takes the form of a snitch runner dressed in yellow who is free to go far beyond the confines of the pitch, but is forbidden to climb trees or buildings.
Forbidden.
That takes all the fun out of it.
Yeah. Muggle Quidditch requires a decent amount of energy and stamina. However, tackles are limited and teams are mixed gender, making it fairly inclusive and fun sport to play. Huh, tackles? And it's mixed gender? Hey. Is that wrong?
That doesn't even make sense.
All right. One for Chuck. This is called Korfball. It's an indoor mixed gender ball game that is a mixture of basketball and netball. It's very popular in the Netherlands. The UK has yet to fully embrace it, but there are a decent number of teams, particularly in the southeast. 4 men, 4 women vie to shoot the ball through the opposite team's basket and are not allowed to dribble, run, or walk with the ball. The sport is non-contact, with duels only allowed between members of the same sex. All right. Hurling's on the list. We've heard that, right?
Which one? Curling?
Curling. No, hurling. Hurling.
Hurling. That's what I thought you said.
It's with a stick and a hard ball. It originated in Ireland 3,000 years ago. It's called hurling when played by men and camogie when played by women. Field sport played with wooden sticks, the hurley, and a small hard ball. Ball can be hit while on the ground or in the air, and you can only run with the ball if it's balanced on the hurley stick. How do you do that? Because it's like a stick with a bowl, just kind of, yeah. All right.
Sounds exciting.
Let's see. This one kind of sounds tough. Kick volleyball, also known as Sepak Takraw. All right. Sport of Southeast Asia origin is sometimes called kick volleyball and has been played since at least the 15th century. Low energy, high skill game in which players use their feet, knees, chest, or head to get the rattan ball over the net.
I like the low energy part.
Yeah. This one. Yeah, exactly. And that's why this next one is perfect for me and Alan. It's called walking basketball.
Nice.
He just got a picture of an old lady. That's why it's perfect for me and Alan. This is a slower-paced version of basketball suitable for everyone, but it's particularly aimed at the over-50s crowd. It's only been in existence since November of 2013, the brainchild of 2 Surrey residents who were inspired by a walking football match. The rules are mostly the same as traditional basketball, with the obvious exception that players are restricted to a walking pace, and dribbling is okay.
Like the ball or like
no,
personally?
Any kind of dribbling.
It is over 50 after all.
Hey, you two, no running.
Sometimes that actually, when they clarify like that, it almost hurts my feelings. Yeah.
Why'd that one make me blush? I'm all hot now. All right. This one sounds dangerous. Unicycle hockey.
Huh.
Yeah. For all ages, as long as you're a decent unicyclist, that is.
Right.
5 players
I'm
on a
not
team.
interested in playing, but I sure like to watch.
No dedicated goalie. It's team effort to keep the opponent's ball, usually a tennis ball, out of your goal using ice hockey sticks. You must have both feet on the pedals when engaged with the ball, and no offensive contact is allowed between players. Because that'd be too easy just to shove somebody over on their unicycle.
Yeah.
Oops. All right. A fast-paced game is most popular in France, where there are more than 50 registered teams. Number 1 team in France, Oui Oui.
Oui.
Okay, I made that up. All right.
Thank goodness.
How about shovel racing, where you actually sit on a snow shovel and race down the hill?
I like that.
All right. Chuck used to do this one and actually won several medals for it. It's called toe wrestling, and it's exactly what you think. Instead of thumb wrestling, you use your big toes.
Don't bring up my toe wrestling career. I don't like to talk about it.
It's great for people that like to feet flirt.
Look at the size of his toe.
Oh, that's cheating. I've got gout.
Could have
It's
been
not
someone
fair.
if it wasn't for that injury.
Wow. Winner of the sport, Big Toe Charlie. All right. So, I don't know. Another sport you might want to participate in. I wish I could show the picture for this, but that wouldn't be good. Wife carrying, right? Where you have a race with while you're carrying your wife. All right. The next one, extreme ironing. All right. And this is where you climb the face of a cliff, like quartzite. On your back, you must take an iron, an ironing board, and some clothing. And when you get about 3/4 of the way up the face of the cliff, you stop and get out the ironing board and iron clothes. It's extreme ironing.
Get out of here.
I am not
He's
making
stuff up now.
No. Practitioners of extreme ironing.
Somebody's making stuff up.
Take their ironing boards to remote locations and iron their clothes. Well, it is classed as a sport due to its athletic nature. Extreme ironing is more of an exhibition than a competitive sport. Ironers document and share their adventures with others for the sheer fun of it.
Wow.
Yeah. Extreme ironing began in 1997.
Do they use a cold iron? I'm confused. Or do they use a fire to heat up their iron, like old fashioned style, or what?
Really long extension cord.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
In fact, that's what they use for their climbing ropes. They just use extension cords. Yeah.
And it looks like there's an electrical cord hanging down the cliff.
Wow.
So it takes some pre-work, I guess.
Wow.
Or a generator, or since you're making something hot, a really good inverter. All right, this next one, great for the feet, fireball soccer. And no, it's not while you're drinking shots of Fireball. The ball is actually on fire. But the American version of it is where you take shots and play soccer.
Yeah, I like that one better.
Walking soccer.
So Fireball Soccer is deserving of its place on the weirdest games because it is so bizarre it defies belief. Game of Fireball Soccer is exactly like you would expect, except for the ball they use a coconut soaked in kerosene. Game then starts with the standard soccer rules. Whoever scores the most goals win. I feel sorry for the goalie.
I feel sorry for the coconut.
Aww. Save the coconuts, Chuck. Save the coconuts.
I feel sorry for people's feet.
Yeah, trying to kick a coconut. Well, a flaming coconut.
I hope they're wearing shoes.
It's like when I try to kick the big red balls they have on display in front of Target.
Oh, ow, ow. So instead, he just does exercises on them.
Yeah.
All right. Underwater hockey. All right. Just like it sounds. All right. Let's see. Sport hockeying. This one created in Germany in 2007. It kind of goes with that. How do you say it? Parkour? Parkour, thank you. Sport hockey competitors must perform a series of aerobatic trick stunts while retaining possession of a specially shaped bar stool. All right. In sport hockey, tricks are performed in succession with the move being over when the competitor slams the stool on the floor and takes a seat. Even if you fall or fail in a trick, you must sit back on your stool to end the run.
Is it kind of like horse where somebody does a trick and you have to be able to do the same trick?
Yeah. Yep. All right, gurning. Anybody heard of gurning before?
Nope.
This is the simplest of all sports. In fact, we can all compete right now. And then I think Marion's watching on Facebook right now. So Marion, your job is to pick who does the best gurning out of our competition, okay? All right, So the competition is simple of all obscure sports. Contestants take turns in pulling the strangest or weirdest looking face they can. The winner is the person who makes the most weirdly obscure face possible. All right? Count of 3. We're all going to gurn. Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, we'll see who Marion picked as the best gurner. I don't know, maybe I should have held it longer. All right.
It was hard when I did that. I couldn't see any of our faces.
Yeah, because my eyes were crossed.
Mine too.
For the second time today. All right, so there you go. An example of gurning.
Oh no! We suck again!
We need to go to the replay.
Yes. Oh, I should have been ready for that. I could have done it. All right. Another one is the caber toss. This is where they take kind of like a birch tree, at least 6 meters long, and you have to throw it and make it flip end over end. Whoever gets the most consecutive rolls on their throw is the winner, I guess. All right.
That's what they always do at all the Highland games across the U.S. Across the world. I don't know.
Yeah.
Do they do Highland games anywhere else, or is that
Except
like? I mean,
they actually use like telephone poles.
Yeah, you got to be a big boy to do that. And here we have Scott Allen crushed by the telephone pole. All you can see is his little feet and legs sticking out from under.
I mean, I know it's a Scottish thing, but do they do like the Highland festivals that we do here? Do they actually do that in Scotland, or is that like an Americanized version of Scotland?
I saw it in a movie once, so maybe.
I mean, I know caber tossing itself is Scottish, but
okay.
I don't know if they do.
This one looks
the festivals
tough.
that we do.
So it's Goanna polling. All right, I think I got it right. Aaron, she said all three of us were pretty funny looking, so we're gonna call that a tie.
Oh, taking the easy way out.
Yeah, but we do that without even trying to make a face, though.
Yeah, she told me to play this though.
The ugly people know who they are.
Oh, wow. Sorry, Alan.
Thanks, buddy. Thanks. I already knew.
So, Goanna polling. I've pulled my Goanna. This is two ropes strapped around people's necks, or a person's neck, and then you have a competitor and you tug a war basically with your necks.
No, thank you.
Yeah, this
sounds more like domestic terrorism.
Yeah, it doesn't seem healthy at all, does it?
No.
All right.
What could go wrong?
Always fun. Ostrich racing, an actual sport.
Like with jockeys?
Yeah, cycle ball, which is on bicycles. So kind of the unicycle one sounds much more in depth. And let's see. Oh, this one's fun. You guys would enjoy this. Throwing your poo sticks.
What?
Yeah, created by none other than Winnie the Pooh. Pooh Sticks a very simple game, but one that still draws quite a crowd for its annual World Pooh Sticks Championships held on the River Thames. Pooh Sticks see competitors choose a stick and throw it into the river via an upstream side of a bridge. The winner is the one whose stick emerges first on the other side. The sticks have to be dropped all from the same level. You cannot throw your stick into the water.
And it can only be done in the very, very extreme cold, right?
Yeah.
So you're...
Mine bounced off the ice. All right. Last one.
Look at that poo stick go. Mine's shattered.
That's what they say at the water treatment plant. Sorry. All right, last one on the list, and you guys don't get too excited. It's oil wrestling. All right? Oil wrestling. Problem with this oil wrestling, it's done with two guys.
Oh. Yeah, me and Alan were doing that last night.
Oh, ow. Oh. And after Chuck lost,
no, we weren't.
Alan said,
"Go ahead and run. Run home and cry to mama."
This ad sponsored by Johnson & Johnson.
All right. Were those some weird sports, guys?
Yes,
they were.
All right. According to Marion, though, we are the Gurning champions. Yay!
Yay!
Whoop, whoop. All right. Before we head for bits and breaks this morning, I thought I would do this one. I was trying to think which one of you is most likely an alien that I could give this quiz to. And I've chosen Chuck.
Yes.
Fair enough. I would have been insulted if you'd have picked Alan over me for this, honestly.
All right, so this
I'm so relieved.
Yeah. This is kind of a test, okay? So you have to answer some multiple choice questions. First question is, have you always thought that you were different but didn't know why? Your choices are, yeah, I guess I've noticed. Yeah, I feel that a lot. No, except for maybe once or twice. Sometimes I feel that way, but it's just a passing feeling. So which one would you choose, Chuck? Like you feel like you're different all the time, some of the time, or none of the time?
I'd say since childhood, pretty much all the time.
All the time. Okay, let's see.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yep, you feel that a lot. Okay, next one is when you lie awake in bed at night, do you feel a certain calling? calling from your pillow, calling you to sleep. It feels like the stars are beckoning me. I occasionally feel a bit strange, like someone distant is really trying to talk to me. Yep, it makes me want to go home wherever home is.
Usually it's my pillow, but sometimes I get a little spacey.
Okay, so a little bit strange. We'll choose occasionally
Yeah.
then. Do you sometimes
Jug
think that
phone
humans?
home.
Do you? Wow. Do you think sometimes keep playing Fireball? There, Alan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. It's the breakfast of champions.
Fireball soccer. Do you sometimes think that humans are really ugly? Yes, they look deformed and hideous to me. No, they all seem normal. When I look closely at their faces, they do look strange. Or yeah, I mean really, really ugly.
No, humans are weird in general. I mean, just
So really ugly or
just weird.
deformed and hideous?
We're weird creatures.
You got to choose
I'd say
one.
fascinating, but beautiful at times.
No, you can't make your own up. You have to choose one I've given you. Wow. Not on the list. Deformed, normal, kind of strange, or really ugly?
Let's go with kind of strange.
Kind
Let's go
of
with kind
strange.
of strange.
I think he's trying to deflect the fact that he is an alien. All right. Do you yourself have anything strange about yourself physically? Your skin is green. Nothing other than normal defects. I've noticed a strangeness about my skin and eyes. There seems to be something strange about the way I look, but I can't place it.
I would say the last one.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Me too.
There's something weird about me, but I just can't figure out what it is.
Are you into sci-fi? I'm obsessed with it. It's my life. It's really accurate, or it's not really accurate, excuse me. I guess it's okay. So it's okay. It's not accurate. It's like my life. I'm obsessed with it.
I'm kind of obsessed with it.
You're obsessed with sci-fi. All right, we're going to give you a
Pretty
check
much.
on-
I mean, who isn't really?
Really? Well,
At the end of the day.
a lot of people probably. All right. So you're obsessed with it. Sorry. I'm
Not everybody has multiple conversations a day about Star Trek.
That's true. Just me and you. All right. How does your intelligence rank against everyone else's? You're average, genius, above average, or super genius?
Well, I certainly wouldn't place myself in the genius category, but most of the time I look around and I'd say above average.
Above average. Okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to shoot for super genius.
I did too.
No.
All right.
Absolutely not.
Do
Definitely
you do you draw alien-looking images not knowing how you thought of them or where they came from? Yeah, it's really strange how they come into my mind. Yeah, it happens all the time. I sometimes doodle weird pictures. No, my pictures are mostly bad drawings of normal things.
I'd say the last one because I can't draw to save my life.
Okay.
I look like a kindergartner scribbling on the wall with crayons.
Okay.
That's my art style.
Don't scribble on the wall with crayons. All right. How outgoing are you? Yeah, I'm so shy and I never talk. I'm about normal. I'm very quiet and withdrawn. I talk to everyone.
I talk to everyone.
Yeah,
it's a problem.
Right. Do you put random objects in your?
It's a problem.
This is horrible.
I don't. Are we trying to determine if he's
trying to be better?
Are we trying to determine if he's an alien or an artist?
I don't know. It seems like maybe a little of both, but it's supposed to be alien. All right, Chuck. I think I already know the answer to this question. Do you put random objects in your mouth for no clear reason? First choice, I'm teething. Second choice. Second choice. Oh, this pop-up keeps moving everything all the time. No, that's the worst thing I've ever heard. Yeah, I do this so often I can't explain it.
In my mouth, generally not.
No?
I mean, because it's kind of gross.
All right, you're ruining
Just
our
random
whole
things in your mouth.
alien
I do
thing.
smell random things to the point to where my family thinks it's weird.
Okay, I think I have to switch your answer then to I do this so often I can't explain it. Okay.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Let's do that.
Do you see things flying across the sky? It's a misconception that green aliens flying around in little spaceships. No, sometimes little flash type things randomly appear and disappear. No. And then, yeah, I see those things all the time. So do you see things flying across the sky?
I'll go with B.
B? No?
I like to call them tracers.
Oh, okay. All right. I want some of what he's having. Do you think you're an alien? Definitely not. Maybe. Possibly. Or I'm totally an alien.
I think possibly we're all aliens, really.
Ooh, all right. So kind of a maybe or definitely possible. Definitely possible.
Definitely possible.
All right.
Definitely possible.
Now let's find his test results. Find out if Chuck is an alien. Let's see. You might be an alien, or you might have alien blood in you. You might just be imagining things. Also, try to lead a normal life. But if you find out you're an alien, go ahead and be that.
Be the best alien you can be.
That's right. So that bit really didn't work out. Doesn't seem like it was worth all the effort.
that was a lot of effort for nothing.
I think we determined that he's an alien, though.
We have determined you are an alien. 59% probability that Chuck Ritchie is an alien. Did your cast members, when you were in that play last weekend, did they say anything about you being an alien?
No, nobody brought it up. But, there's always next time.
Maybe they think you already know.
All right. Lynn Husby popped on and says, I look colorful. That's Lynn being nice.
Are you wearing like an orange hunting vest there, Scott?
No, it's a hippie shirt, baby. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, is it? Oh, well,
it's a magical hippie shirt. Watch it on the video. See it disappear?
I think both of you are having a handful of flashbacks today.
It's a long night.
For a long time, I thought you were wearing like a camouflage shirt and like an orange hunting vest, like a safety vest or something.
That's not it. It's a hippie shirt. Yeah. It's got little ropes on it.
You're very small on my computer.
Little ropes on it. It's got a doobie pocket.
A doobie pocket.
It's empty though. It's empty. See, nothing in there.
It's where you put your dues.
Yeah. All right. A few news headlines. We'll straighten up our faces. Wall Street's elite investors privately warning the stock market headed for another scary plunge. Stock market has started off the year in a state of euphoria, shrugging off anxieties that dominate investors' minds over the previous 12 months, like inflation, hot war, cold war, soaring interest rates, and a recession. The good news is undeniable. Milder winter in Europe has kept energy prices low. China is reopening from the economic standstill that was called zero COVID. And the U.S. economy is still stunning everyone with its resilience despite the massive inflation. In fact, 517,000 jobs created in the United States just in January. What's it mean? Wow. Any guesses?
What does it mean, Scott?
It means interest rates are going to go up again.
That's the worst punchline to a joke I've ever heard, Scott.
It's not a joke, Chuck. It's not a joke. That's why it's depressing. All right, on to Portland, Maine. Oh, wow, home state. Winner of the $1.35 billion mega jackpot from last month, fourth largest in U.S. history, has come forward to collect the prize, but he won't give out his name. He doesn't want to be harassed. Maine State Lottery said the winner chose to remain anonymous and can collect the cash option through a limited liability company, so no one can sue him. This was smart. Yeah, Lacoma Island Investments, LLC, claimed the ticket. The winner is thoughtfully considering the best uses for the life-changing prize. Lump sum payment, $723,564,144 before taxes.
Wow.
That's huge. And I had to practice that number before I said it live on the radio. Just saying. Wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yes. All right. Let's skip the political ones. I don't want to start an argument between you guys. Although I do want to cover, could you imagine if every time in your life you tripped that it made it on national news headlines because Biden was stepping on the plane again and he tripped right at the top and caught himself, though, which is good. He didn't hit the stairs and slide all the way down. But the White House blamed it on wind. And my question was it windy or did he break it?
He got a little unexpected boost.
Wasn't it wind last time, too?
Yeah.
Yeah. Somebody already put out a meme on that one, too. They had one of the, those seats that you see that go up stair rails? They're going to change the name to Chair Force One.
Sure.
Nice.
Rumor has it, Secret Service argue who has to walk behind him.
God, I'm glad they didn't have. I've tripped like 3 times today already.
Really?
No.
Okay.
Maybe.
Was it due to wind?
It's not memorable.
Was it
Maybe
memorable?
Different kind of trip, Chuck.
Oh
Yeah.
I haven't been up that long.
10 points for Alan Maloney. Wow. All right. Let's move on to Bits and Breaks. I think I sent you both an email this morning. And our first topic this morning is what are the most useless superpowers? What would be the most useless superpower? Alan Maloney.
Well, I'll tell you what the internet had to say.
Okay.
The power to shrink blueberries with your mind.
See, I don't think that's useless because you get the little tiny ones and they're always so much better than the big fat ones. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I like the big fat ones. They're juicy.
I like the little ones. They're tart and they have better flavor. Like
That's because
huckleberries.
you're picking them when they're not ripe, Chuck.
Well, yeah. No, because I like to buy those ones in the freezer in the grocery store.
Nice.
I don't pick berries.
You can fly, but only 1 foot high.
Back to Quidditch.
I'd still take it.
He'd still take
it.
Yeah. I am
Better than I can do now.
Human hoverboard.
Right.
Exactly.
All right.
And then the ability to fly again, but only inside the cabin of an airplane.
Annoying the rest of the passengers.
Seems kind of pointless.
If the plane's falling fast enough, anyone can do that.
Ooh.
Right. True story. You can disable all the batteries in the room you were in. I think that one might come in kind of handy, though.
That one could be really useful.
Enjoying your flashlight?
Not anymore. You can time travel, but only 9 seconds either way.
That could still possibly be useful.
That could be really useful, actually.
You step out of the way of a bullet.
Yeah.
Imagine all the times in your life you've said something that you instantly regretted.
Oh yeah,
right.
We could rewind Alan's jokes.
It'd be in a constant state of rewind. I regret nothing.
Wasn't that a Star Trek episode or something?
9 seconds. Yeah, I think so.
It was the Orville, I think.
Oh.
I think it was like 11 seconds or something.
Oh,
yeah.
All right. You could outstep a bullet, so that'd be kind of handy.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, still time travel. The ability to see inside empty boxes. yeah, that'd be useless unless you're playing a shell game. Yeah. How about the ability to sneeze on command?
Better if it'd be someone else's command.
Yes.
Yeah. Then we could go, Chuck, sneeze, and you'd helplessly sneeze. All right.
Invisibility, but only in pitch darkness.
Useless.
Useless.
Yes.
The power to bend cardboard with only your mind. You know, that would actually come in handy here.
You get a lot of cardboard.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah. Too much cardboard. The power to understand and speak any language, but only if anyone no longer speaks it.
That is handy.
Nobody understands a word I say anyway.
If you were into archaeology and ancient languages and stuff, sure.
Chuck,
but then as soon as somebody else learns it, then you can't do it anymore, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking.
Chuck Ritchie has 2 teenage girls, so he gets to do rejected Girl Scout cookies.
Mm-hmm.
These are disgusting.
So it's Girl Scout season, Girl Scout cookie season again, and these are the ones that didn't make it this year.
Aw, so sad.
Yeah, it's what the fudgies. Although I would buy that one. Next one is all beef patties. Peanut butter Big Mothers.
Ooh, watch it.
I almost lost my coffee on what the fudgies.
They should have saved that one for last. Buffalo chips.
Ooh.
Like, those aren't as good as they sound.
Okay.
Pig Newtons.
Those are actually like fruit and pork rinds mixed together.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, there could be something there. Snicker tumors? What?
Snickers tumors. It's not a
Snicker
tumor.
tumors.
It's a candy bar.
Oh, the tumor.
Oatmeal cluster bombs?
In 4 to 8 hours.
And last but not least, Eskimo cow pies.
Oh, man. That's horrible. Wow, the stuff you come up with, Joe.
I know it's terrible.
All right. Silly stuff, and maybe you guys can add to these. Silly stuff couples fight about at home. These are quite lengthy. I won't go into all of them. The biggest argument my husband and I had about our home was a small thing. He did not close kitchen drawers or cabinets all the way, so they were always ajar. It made me especially crazy when the drawers directly below the countertops were open, because then any spills ended up in the open drawer. All right. So, you guys do anything like that? Irritates your wife?
Yeah, that happens all the time at our house. Cabinets are always open. Drawers, cabinets, all the time.
You can tell everywhere Chuck's been.
I think it's everyone in the house is guilty of it, though.
I used to get in trouble for leaving boxes in the cupboard of snacks empty, like taking the last one and not throwing the box away.
Dude.
Yeah. So, and I used to get in trouble for that all the time. And then after I got divorced, my daughter goes into the freezer one time and she says, "Dad, why are all the boxes of everything in the freezer empty?" And I looked at her and I said, "Because I can."
Well, our cabinets in our kitchen are old, and they were handmade by someone not very skilled many years ago. And they have a tendency of sticking, and they're hard to close all the way. So couple of months ago, I decided to clean the drawers out, and I took them out and I waxed everywhere where the drawers slide. And now, like 3 times, I have opened the knife drawer and the whole drawer goes crashing out on the floor.
Oh.
Because I'll open it too hard, not expecting it to slide.
So take a couple toothpicks, glue them to the back of or not toothpicks, but like popsicle sticks, glue them to the back of the drawer so that it can't come all the way out.
That's
brilliant.
You're a genius, Scott.
Thank you.
Brilliant. You're a genius.
Yeah. Other people use tools.
Tune in next week.
Scott's home improvement tips.
Oh no! We suck again!
Yes, we do.
Scott's hanging his head in shame.
It was. All right. This is a horrible argument to have. We fight over how to put spoons in the dishwasher. I put them in so the handle is down and the scoop is up. My husband does the opposite. She says it's gotten so bad we'll turn them around when the other person isn't looking. Raise your hand.
I do that with one of my kids.
Really? So is it spoon up, spoon down?
I do handle down, and she does the utensil part down. But you can't fit as many in the slot that way. Oh. And that way you don't, when you're putting them away, you don't know what it is until you pull the handle out and have to look at it. It's slower. It slows you down.
I put spoons down and knives and forks up.
Yeah, that's the way you're supposed to do it,
right? Yeah.
The sharper the better.
Sharper the better.
What the instructions say.
You point them up so you know to be aware of them, right? So you see that they're there, and you got to make yourself extra careful. No.
Next one here. Toilet seat has a cover for one reason: to close the toilet. My boyfriend refuses to close the toilet cover. Now this isn't the seating the seat. This is the cover. So while staying with him, I use the guest bathroom only, and it drives him crazy. So, toilet cover does anybody put their toilet cover down?
I do.
You do? All right. Alan?
Come on. I don't even have a toilet cover.
You're talking about the lid, right?
Yeah, the lid.
Oh, the lid.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I put it down.
Well, I live by myself. Why would I put it down just to pick it back up again?
I recently got one of those that closes slow, only it closes like extremely slow. So like it takes like a full probably 5 minutes for it to eventually go down and close. It's pretty bizarre.
Oh,
Don't worry, it'll break itself in.
It was a cheap one.
that'd be awesome though, because you know when you got girls in the house, you got to pick up the lid and put it back down, and you could just like start it, and it would still be done by the time you walked away.
You just go and you like flick it with your finger, and you just walk away, and when you come back, it's down.
All right, this time, Chuck, though, wash your hands.
I try to at least half the time.
All right, back to Alan with the dumb product warnings. I love reading things on items you buy and the stupidity. You know, it's like for glue, don't use as eye drops.
Not a moisturizer.
Not a moisturizer. All right.
Some of them are on an unknown mattress tag. There's a warning label that says "Do not attempt to swallow."
The tag or the mattress?
I don't know. Near Home Depot treated lumber, there's a sign that says "Do not consume."
Okay, but if it's not treated, it's okay to eat sticks.
Apparently, how else are you going to get your fiber?
That's right.
On a car fan belt, it says, "Before installing this fan belt, be sure you shut off the engine as it may cause irreversible injury." Genius. On a warning label on a vacuum cleaner that says "Do not use to pick up gasoline or flammable liquids." And number 2, do not use to pick up anything that is currently burning. Brilliant.
I'm sure there's somebody out there that used their shop vac to vacuum out the stove when it still had hot coals in it.
Right?
Yeah, there's a reason for every warning label.
Yes. Yes. And it's kind of sad, really.
It is.
Yeah.
Here, I have the reason, actually.
Mama liked to party when you were in her belly. Drinking she did some. Mama liked to party when you were in her belly. That's why you are dumb.
That hurts my feelings, Scott. On a 500-piece puzzle, it says "Some assembly required."
Oh.
And finally, on a chainsaw, "Do not attempt to stop chain with hands."
Ooh.
Wow.
Apparently, they want you to use your feet instead.
You know, the nice thing about that is if you try that is that you can only do it once.
No, technically, you could do it twice.
If you don't learn your lesson the first time, try again.
Well, I mean, technically, you could do it 10 times.
Oh, just stop it with a finger. Oh, Chuck, you're brilliant.
Right?
Let's see how brilliant.
The following program is closed captioned for the thinking impaired.
Milani versus Richie today on Trivia.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
First trivia question up, boys. Your cousin from the South tells you he's bringing Arkansas wedding cake to your Super Bowl potluck. What's he bringing?
Loaf of bread?
Ooh, really close there, Alan Milani.
Arkansas, is it mashed potatoes?
No, it's kind of cakeish. Arkansas wedding cake.
Cupcakes?
Cornbread. Looking for cornbread.
Oh, cornbread. Okay.
All right. If you're 60 or older, you've lost about half of these.
Brain cells.
Pretty close. In the same general area.
Nose hairs?
No, you get more of those as you get older if you haven't noticed, Alan Milani.
Your hair? The hair on your head?
No.
No.
This would be for women or men.
Taste buds?
Taste buds, Alan Milani. Good job.
Taste buds. Wow.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, or gentlemen, this takes 3 liters of water to manufacture. This is, oh, by the way, I'll back up. Spy the lie. It takes 3 liters of water to manufacture 1 liter bottle of water. Okay? You use 200 muscles to take 1 step. Tom Brady consumes 3 cups of cottage cheese before every NFL game. Which one's the lie?
Cottage cheese.
I'm going to go with cottage cheese, yeah.
And you're both right today. Look at that.
Yay.
The sad thing there, though, 3 liters of water to manufacture a 1 liter bottle of water. That's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Get a permanent bottle. All right. We'll give this one to Chuck. It's breakfast bingo, Chuck. 5 questions. Each answer begins with the corresponding letter in the word bingo, which is spelled B-I-N-G-O. A sport where you have to wear special shoes.
Bowling.
When someone is never ending.
Insipid? I don't.
I don't know the meaning of that word.
Infinity.
There you go. Mine is Scott. Yours is Chuck.
Names.
Yes. Teens who stay out past curfew are what?
Delinquent.
We're spelling bingo. Not bindo. Delinquent.
Are
in jail?
And it begins with a G?
Yes. This happens to you if you stay out past curfew.
I don't. Grounded.
Oh, I thought you were going to be the first person to never complete breakfast bingo.
Grounded. It was close there for a second.
When you upset Scott with a comment.
Offend.
There you go. It was kind of rough, but he spelled bingo. Yay!
I just had to think of a time when I've ever offended Scott, and I don't know if I have.
Buddy,
I don't know if Scott can be offended.
He can't. You'd have to try a lot harder.
I mean, I've tried, but man.
Or marry me.
I find that highly offensive.
All right, Marion wants to know, if you take the tag off a pillow, will the pillow police come? And the answer, Marion, is yes.
Of course.
Yes.
They know.
They know. They know
They're
everything.
watching.
All right, more trivia questions. A new acquaintance tells you about his line of work and refers to something called the must. What's he do for a living?
Builds Teslas?
I didn't say the musk. It's the must.
Oh.
It works in a mustard plant.
No.
No.
Any other?
No, I knew that was. I knew that was wrong.
He makes something. This is a popular thing to make at home too.
I have no
I don't
idea.
have a clue.
It's wine. So I don't know what the must is. Is that the yeast?
Like you must put a cork in it, or it'll go bad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You must cork it.
What? Don't touch it. All right.
I've made wine, and I have no idea what that means.
Okay. Collectively, Americans consume.
I was drinking.
Huh? You drank it all
It's
before.
been a while. I was drinking.
That's not wine, Chuck. Collectively consume 400 Americans, I think. Yes, collectively consume 450 of these every second. It's a food. It's a disgusting food in my book. Popular kids food.
Popular kids food. And it's collected?
Collectively, Americans consume 450 of these every second.
Every second.
And it's a kid's food specifically?
Yes.
Chicken nuggets.
Oh, you're close. And well, adults can eat it too, just like chicken nuggets. But I mean, lazy parents give this to their kids.
Fish sticks.
Oh, you're close.
Okay, I was gonna say because fish sticks are awesome.
What's funny is he said that like a child.
Dude, fish sticks are amazing. I love fish sticks.
Mom had to trick me and tell me it was chicken nuggets.
No way. It's still one of my favorite foods.
All right.
What's the answer, Scott?
Hot dogs. Hot dogs.
Oh, hot dogs.
Yeah.
Okay. That's I think that's like
I'm sorry.
a baseball food.
Hot dog
That's
is
a sports
lazy.
stadium food.
If you're feeding them to your kids, that's lazy parenting. Just saying. All right.
Depends on the hot dog.
I can say that because mom's gone now. Lazy parenting. All right. A couple weeks ago, Alice Cooper turned 75. All right. So we're going to, in honor of Alice Cooper, we're going to play Older Than Alice. I'm going to give you an invention. You tell me if it's older than Alice or not. Super glue.
Not.
Younger than Alice.
So it's not. I need not, okay?
Not.
Not. Okay. Thank you.
Not.
You guys are both right. Super glue invented, though, in 1951. Almost as old as Alice. All right. Nonstick pan.
Not.
I'm going to go with not.
All right, you're both right. That was 1954. Pez candy.
Older. Yeah, that's older.
Older than Alice, definitely. A cell phone, easy one.
Not.
Tupperware.
Older.
Yes, older.
Canned beer.
Older.
All right, good job,
I'm gonna
guys.
Go with,
you're wrong.
I was going to go with not.
All right, you're wrong, Alan. They actually started canning beer like around the turn of the century. Isn't that crazy?
In cans?
Well, not
Yeah,
aluminum.
you remember they had
the
the
old
pull
steel
tops, Alan?
ones. Yeah, old steel ones.
Huh.
Did they have them where you actually had to like punch a hole in the top, or did they start with the ones where you like peeled a little aluminum thing off?
I don't know that. I'm not a genius.
Okay.
I only know what I read.
You know
Chuck,
these things,
and then I quickly forget it. All right. Well, let's let you go with answer wrong and win. All right.
Okay.
Answer wrong and win. Alan goes first, and I'm going to give applause to, or I'll give points to whoever has the funniest wrong answer. Answer wrong and win. Something your employer gives you on Fridays so you can pay your bills. Alan.
Cupcakes.
Chuck.
Old beer cans.
Old beer cans. I'm going with cupcakes, Alan. All right, Chuck, you're first this time. Things attached to a stereo that the sound comes out of.
Bananas.
Alan?
My wallet.
Your wallet.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Huh. I don't like either
one.
One.
Is true,
I don't
though.
like either one of those.
Oh, no! We suck again!
All right.
Okay,
Try.
I just want to take a side. I looked it up. I couldn't help it. The first beer cans actually looked like oil cans. They had like the little tapered top with the screw lid that comes off.
Ooh.
According to Google, yeah.
Okay.
Like the old oil cans. Yeah.
He hates these cans of oil.
He's mad at these cans.
All right. The shape of the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. Alan.
It's a big square.
Big square. And Chuck?
That would be a rhombus trapezoid.
Ooh, I'm going with the trapezoid. Don't know what it looks like, but it sounds cool.
Okay. I think a rhombus and a trapezoid are two completely different things, actually.
Oh, well, you got applause anyway, so suck it up.
Okay, good.
All right. Chuck, you're first this time. The Muppet Kermit the Frog is what kind of animal?
A water willy.
Water lily?
A water willy.
Willy.
Water willy. Willy, yeah.
What is a water willy? Is that when we're swimming and you put your finger in my ear?
No, remember when you're kids, it was like basically surgical tubing that you had the little connector you connect.
That's not an animal.
And it has a little pinch thing. But it's answer wrong and win, right?
This
is
is
a wrong answer, Scott.
This is true. Okay, water willy. All right, you had a bunch of time, Alan, the animal. I'm looking for something really good. Kermit the Frog is what kind of animal?
A pigeon.
A pigeon.
Oh, no! We suck again!
No points awarded that one.
No points awarded to either one of you. And on those notes, I think we have to go to break. All right, when we come back, we'll have today's local birthdays. We'll have some more fun stuff for you, maybe some games. And, of course, we always wrap it all up with odd news. Stick around. It's your morning show with the Three Amigos on KCHW 102.7. Back in 6 minutes.
Apocalypse Cow.
Arthur, evil is afoot and hoofing it with dark gusto. Let's go.
I would not go out there, my little friend. Apocalypse Cow is 50 feet tall. She shoots fire from her teats.
Quickly jump! There's fire everywhere!
It's 8:20.
Your KCHW morning show is made possible by donations from Chihuahua Flooring. Chihuahua Flooring at 214 East Clay in the 3rd Street Mall offers a wide variety of products, including carpet, ceramic and porcelain tile, vinyl and laminate planks, and vinyl sheet flooring. Chihuila Flooring carries products for both commercial businesses and residential homes, including brands like Southwind, Deltile, Mannington, and Mohawk. For more information, you can visit online at chihuilaflooring.com. Call 509-935-8021 or via email through chihuilaflooring@gmail.com.
Your KCHW Morning Show, made possible by a donation from God-Fearing Brothers Auto Center. God-Fearing Brothers specializes in auto services, including repair, maintenance, and detailing. They also stock a full selection of tires, make glass repairs, offer towing, and have an auto sales lot on the corner of Highway 395 and Main Street at the light. For more information, you can visit the Auto Service Center at 806 East Main in Chihuila. Find them online at godfearingbrothers.com or by phone at 509-935-6414. KCHW-FM thanks God-Fearing Brothers for supporting public radio in Stevens County.
KCHW programming is made possible by listeners like you and by
New Health. At New Health, we are committed to promoting health and wellness within our communities by providing integrated open access healthcare for all. Our medical care teams offer in-person visits, curbside care, and telehealth visits. Schedule today for a new patient appointment. Curbside pharmacy pickup and mailing options are available to meet your medication needs. Contact New Health at 509-935-6004. That's 509-935-6004 to schedule today, or visit our website at newhealth.org for a location nearest you. New patients are welcome and most insurance plans are accepted, including Medicare, Apple Health Plans, TRICARE, and private insurance. New Health, celebrating 45 years of bringing healthcare into communities and communities into healthcare.
This is KCHW, Chihuila, 102.7 FM.
You're listening to 102.7. KCHW, Chihuila.
Welcome to 2023 Talks, where we're following our democracy in historic times.
Members of Russia's forces committed execution-style killings of Ukrainian men, women, and children, tortured civilians in detention, including through beatings, electrocutions, and mock executions.
Beth Van Schok, U.S. Ambassador at Large for Global Criminal Justice, described some of the crimes against humanity being committed in Ukraine by Russian soldiers. She added Russian forces are deporting Ukrainian civilians, including children. Meanwhile, as Russian President Vladimir Putin suspended the last nuclear arms treaty with the U.S., President Joe Biden reaffirmed America's commitment to Ukraine. The Supreme Court has been hearing cases this week about how the tech industry distributes online content and how much responsibility it should have over such material. The court heard oral arguments in a case surrounding the death of Nohemi Gonzalez, a U.S. citizen killed in a terrorist attack in Paris. Her father filed actions against Google, Twitter, and Facebook, claiming the sites should be held accountable for aiding international terrorism since they did not prevent the perpetrators from using the online services. Gonzalez's attorney, Eric Schnapper, described what the case is based on.
They were helping to propagate that content. The argument is we're not trying to hold you liable merely because there's content there, but because you helped to propagate it. Now we would draw a more fine distinction, but I think that's the thrust of that paragraph.
A ruling against Twitter in the case could open the platform, along with numerous others, to lawsuits for hosting terrorist content despite efforts to remove such material. The court also heard arguments on a similar case focused on Google. A ruling on the Gonzalez case is expected in June. Former President Donald Trump visited East Palestine, Ohio, which is still reeling from a train derailment and toxic chemical spill. President Biden has been chided by Republicans for his handling of the situation, but some blame Trump because his administration's Department of Transportation deregulated rail braking. Trump countered while President Biden has been giving remarks in Europe on the Ukraine invasion, Ohioans feel betrayed.
This is really America right here. We're standing in America. Unfortunately, as you know, in too many cases, your goodness and perseverance were met with indifference and betrayal in some cases.
Starting in March, the Federal Housing Authority will reduce its annual mortgage insurance premium by 0.3 of a point, which could save homebuyers and homeowners up to $800 per year. Vice President Kamala Harris spoke about the benefits of this new policy.
We expect that with this new approach, more than 850,000 Americans a year will benefit from this discount. Many will be first-time home buyers.
I'm Edwin J. Vieira for Pacifica Network and Public News Service. Find our 8 trust indicators to support transparency and accuracy at publicnewsservice.org.
For the Daily Yonder and Public News Service, this is the news from rural America. There are still more questions than answers in the East Palestine, Ohio train derailment. Some residents are taking legal action against Norfolk Southern, and the state has opened a health clinic. Residents like Jamie Kosa report troubling symptoms they believe are linked to the hazardous chemical release.
And it had even gotten into my clothes that were in the dryer. Your nose would burn, your mouth, your eyes.
Initially, the EPA screened 300 homes without finding any trace of toxic chemicals. Amanda Tiger with River Valley Organizing encourages residents to sign up for independent soil and water testing.
Many folks have been forced back home and they don't believe it's safe. They want answers. They want good, concise, clear answers.
An Oregon law requires that public schools teach sexual abuse prevention to students, but resources to increase adults' awareness can be scarce. That's where the Protect Our Children program comes in. Anya Slepian has more.
Over the past 8 years, the program has trained well over 10,000 Oregonians. A main goal is to disrupt the culture of silence, which prevents families and communities from having frank conversations about the difficult topic. Here's Director Mary Ratliff.
The way we talk about child sexual abuse sometimes can inhibit kids from disclosure.
Adults are encouraged to use direct language when referring to body parts and incorporate routines that promote consent, like asking a child if they can be hugged instead of assuming or forcing physical contact.
90% of these instances occur with someone who the family and the child trust.
Ratliff says changing how we talk about bodily autonomy is critical to helping both children and adults prevent, detect, and respond to instances of child sexual abuse. I'm Anya Slepian.
In Oklahoma, the Cherokee Nation was the first in the country to receive a federal grant to start a harm reduction program for intravenous drug users. The nation also has its first live-in shelter to help survivors of domestic violence. Deb Proctor with One Fire Victim Services says the facility offers temporary food and quarters for up to 10 families.
This gives them an opportunity for anywhere from a month to an extended period to get their life back on track.
The program serves anyone in need within the tribe's 14-county jurisdiction. Proctor says they saw 800 clients in their non-residential program last year, double the year before.
You can see just by the numbers that the need has grown just exponentially.
For the Daily Yonder and Public News Service, I'm Roz Brown. For more rural stories, visit dailyyonder.com.
We are the Three Amigos!
All right, and we are back live, Facebook, YouTube, and our KCHW.org website, as well as on the radio, of course. Thank you for being here. You've got Alan Maloney, Chuck Ritchie, and myself, Scott Allen. Segment number 2 in our morning show, and Alan kicks that off with local birthdays from the Lions Club calendar.
Today we have Laura Rutherford, Courtney Burria, Samantha Abramson, and Marcus Lawrence.
All right. Applause all the way around. You know him, you love him, you see him around town, point and laugh. Tell him we talked about him on the radio. And that takes us to Chuck Ritchie and today's celebrity birthdays.
Yeah. Let me get back to it. So Patricia Richardson from Home Improvement is 72. Kristen Davis from Sex and the City is 58. Damon John, who is from the rich guy from Shark Tank, is 53. Niecy Nash from Reno 911 and Scream Queens is 52. Kelly McDonald from Boardwalk Empire is 46. Josh Gad from Frozen and Jobs is 41. Comedian Aziz Ansari, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, is 39. Emily Blunt, our new Mary Poppins, is 39. And Dakota Fanning, from everyone knows who Dakota Fanning is 28 years old.
All right. There's a new Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah,
wow.
it was a couple, 3, 4 years ago now.
Oh, wow. Wow. Had no
it's,
idea.
It's Emily Blunt.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, no! We suck again!
Everyone that saw that. All right. A note for you guys. I forgot to tell you before the show, we will be doing odd news when it comes up from today and yesterday, because it was kind of short today. And me and Mike had lots of guests yesterday. So while I'm delivering it happened today, just know that you need to open the prep sheet for the 22nd for our odd news stories as well. We are rolling out some history, but we're not going very far back. We're going to start in 1991 when President George H.W. Bush announced the Allied ground offensive against Iraqi forces had begun. Jump to 1997, scientists in Scotland announced they'd cloned an adult mammal, producing a lamb named Dolly. So since we can clone living things, do you guys think there's clones out there among us? Or that there's any countries who have actually like cloned a leader or something like that?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I thought it had made the news that they had actually cloned a sheep and a monkey.
Well, Dolly was a lamb, which,
okay,
close enough. But I
Dolly
never heard
was
about the monkey.
Dolly was from like the 80s, 70s, or 80s.
97. 97.
Wow, gosh, I remember that from my childhood. I didn't realize it was.
And she passed away a few years ago. She did die, and it was cancer or something. So I haven't got all the bugs worked out of it, apparently. On to 2005 in Berlin, Germany, an unidentified man broke into a car. He was hard at work trying to pry the car's radio out of the dash, but it turned out to be an exhausting job. And before long, he was sound asleep. And that's how the cops found him, still clutching his screwdriver. Which prompts me to say it wasn't me. All right, 2004.
I'm guessing there was alcohol involved or something.
Yes, Fireball. 2014, the Winter Olympics ended on the last day of competitions. Canada beat Sweden in men's hockey. Wow. And 2020, China's supreme leader described the country's COVID-19 outbreak as China's largest health emergency since 1949. And we'll wrap up history of 2021. Tiger Woods crashed his car driving south of Los Angeles, injuring both of his legs. And wasn't he with his mistress when that happened or something?
I don't remember.
I have no recollection of that ever happening.
All right, on to special events. Alan Malani. I like that.
Today
Good
is
answer.
Today is Curling is Cool Day.
Sure.
Diesel Engine Day.
That's you can always tell a diesel mechanic.
True story. Digital Learning Day.
Okay.
Dog Biscuit Appreciation Day.
And I imagine both of you have eaten a dog biscuit at one time or another.
Milk Bone.
Milk Bones. That's your favorite. And what about you, Chuck? What's your favorite dog biscuit?
Well, we do have these peanut butter oatmeal ones that we get for our dogs that smell really good. I haven't tried them.
Really? Wow.
Brought to you by Nature's Valley.
I'm not interested in trying them, really.
Okay.
Introduce a Girl to Engineering Day.
Okay.
Banana Bread Day.
To have with your dog biscuit.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
Chili Day. Play Tennis Day. And the Great American Spit Out.
Yeah. Brought to you by Spit.
By Spit.
Yes. All right.
Brought to you by Copenhagen. It's disgusting.
Chuck, the depressing number of the day.
Oh gosh, that is depressing. It's $7,360. That is the median cost of a funeral in dollars in 2022.
I don't want it to cost my family that much.
No,
it's just like I always say, just like throw me in a cardboard box and throw me in the ground. But I mean, do you really need to waste the money on the cardboard?
Probably not. All right.
Just put me in the creek out back or something and let nature take care of the rest.
In other news, isn't human composting legal now?
Chuck.
Yeah.
Yes. In Washington State it is. Well, I think Washington was the first state that allowed it, and there's one place, I believe, over in Seattle doing it. Last time I checked.
Wow. That's creepy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Grandpa,
actually pretty
Grandpa
fascinating.
grows the best celery. Alan, how do you want to
Well,
die?
And he passed away 5 years ago.
It gets better every year.
Yeah.
Wow.
How do you want to die, Alan?
I want to die behind the wheel of my car.
Really?
Yeah, not like the passengers.
Screaming.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you're supposed to be, I want to die asleep at the wheel of my car, not like everyone else and it's screaming.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe cremation is a viable option.
I think that would be a much cheaper option and stuff. The worry I have with that is what if you find out on the other side, because nobody really knows, that we need those bodies.
Right.
Yeah, that'd be a drag.
Yeah. Who's that pile of dust over there? Oh, that's Scott.
You get to live eternity as a pile of dust.
Yeah.
That would suck.
You can tell because it's always round. All right. Let's go to news and nuggets for today, boy. Was that we have too much junk in space. Space junk, also known as orbital debris, refers to man-made objects that are no longer useful or functional and left orbiting the Earth. These objects can range in size from tiny paint flecks to massive satellites and rocket stages. They say something the size of a penny will rip right through a spaceship, and we have lots of them now. According to the United States Surveillance Network, the SSN, there are currently over 23,000 pieces of debris larger than 4 inches in orbit around the Earth. These objects are tracked by SSN, which is run by the U.S. Department of Defense, as well as other agencies and organizations around the world. In addition to the large pieces of debris, there are also millions of smaller pieces of space junk that are too small to be tracked, but can still pose a significant threat to spacecraft and satellites. In addition to the immediate risk posed by space debris, the increasing amount of space junk can also contribute to a dangerous phenomenon known as the Kessler syndrome. Theory suggests that if the density of space debris in low Earth orbit becomes high enough, it could trigger a chain reaction of collisions and debris creation that would make the environment in space unusable for many years. And they had this just happen. There was a near miss up there. And they were worried that if the two objects collided, that it would create like 40,000 extra pieces of space debris. So space garbage is becoming a real problem, which we need to come up with an idea to cure. That is the three of us.
So we need space garbage men.
Space janitors. Have you not seen my video? It's on YouTube. It's
You have a video on YouTube?
I have a video on YouTube. I'm in a spaceship, and my name is Skippy Calhoun, Space Janitor.
What?
Yes. Yeah, it's actually green screen. I'm in a little spaceship. It's kind of an homage to the Incredible Hulk TV series. Remember when they played the sad music, and as he was walking down the highway at the end of every episode? Well, the sad music is playing, but it's me wiping the windows in the spaceship.
When was this?
I did this, I don't know, about 10 years ago. It's still on YouTube. Space Janitor. And I thought I was the only
link, Scott.
I thought I was the only guy to come up with this idea of Space Janitor. And then after I posted the video, I went ahead and searched it, and there are like, I don't know, 30 Space Janitor videos on YouTube.
Tell us the name once again of the character.
It's Space Janitor. I can't remember what else is in the title.
Skippy Calhoun.
Looking it up now.
Skippy
it doesn't
Calhoun.
say Skippy Calhoun in the title though. All right. Chuck, are you with us? Because I see you looking down. All right.
Yeah, I am with it.
Let's do baseball bases are growing. I need to know.
Yeah. So Major League Baseball is introducing a larger base this year aimed at reducing injuries and increasing stolen bases. Wow. So the traditional 15-inch square base will be replaced with an 18-inch side, resulting in slightly less distance between the bases and more space to grab. The change is intended to help reverse the trend in the analytics revolution, leading to fewer stolen base attempts.
Okay.
Apparently, it was 4,365 in 2012 and 3,297 in 2019.
I wonder if this is going to anger baseball fans.
Yeah, what's that going to do to people that have older records? Are they going to, how do you, oh man.
Tourism with Alan Milani.
According to the U.S. National Travel and Tourism Office, 62.8 million international visitors will come to the U.S. in 2023, up 21.2% from the 51.8 million who visited in 22. That's still south of the 79.4 million who visited in 2019, but the office believes that close to 80 million people will visit in 2024, beating that pre-pandemic record.
Wow. Yes, we want to get out. All right. This one only applies to Alan. Your office coffee mug is disgusting, Alan. It's disgusting.
Okay.
Science has found another way to ruin everyone's morning. There are all kinds of unspeakable horrors in your coffee cup. A University of Arizona researcher found 90% of office coffee mugs are covered in germs, including bathroom germs. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. Big problem is that at the office, most people tend to clean their cups with bacteria-laden sponges or scrub brushes instead of a dishwasher. That bacteria transfers to the mug and can live there for days. A lesson here, take your office mug home with you and the dishwasher, clean it, and then bring it back to work. Not saying that we had disc jockeys at KCHW that never washed their office mug, but we have disc jockeys at KCHW that have never washed their mug. Just saying. All right. Not saying, just saying. It is time to wrap up today's show, and we do that with the odd news.
Slap some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid. You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
The first part of odd news, always the toughest to handle because it's the news attack. And that's where the first sentence is true and the second sentence is the worst joke we could possibly come up with. Alan Milani at the top of the Hollywood Squares. You get to start us on today's news attack.
Winter storms are hammering parts of the country. I don't remember what the groundhog predicted, but if it was in early spring, then he's soon to become a McTriple.
Aren't they all groundhogs?
I think they are.
Oh. Chuck?
I was just thinking about a groundhog meal.
Tasty.
Super size me.
Oh, Home Depot is upping its average starting salary to $15 an hour and free weekly cleanings for your orange apron.
Bonus. Stains are so hard to get out of orange. If you haven't heard,
it's worth it right there.
If you haven't heard this about Home Depot, they're upping their average starting salary to $15 per hour. Actually, going to probably have to reduce it in Washington, right? With that kind of money, you'll be able to buy anything you want at Lowe's.
Yes.
Ow. Alan?
Now you can finally afford that Puxatawny burger.
That's right.
Sorry.
Vivek
Ramaswamy, a multimillionaire hedge fund manager, is running for president. Finally, someone I can relate to.
Ooh, Mr. Moneybags.
Can I just give you props for pronouncing that name, Alan?
Yeah.
Ramaswamy?
Yeah, I'm impressed by that.
Yeah, I'd like one.
That sounds...
I just want his wallet.
Right?
I felt someone behind me, and then all of a sudden, Alan gave me a Ramaswamy.
Wow.
I'm going to find out that's something totally bad.
I almost had that blocked from my memory.
Sounds like the leader of a cult, the Ramaswamy.
Yeah.
Ramaswamy?
Oh.
Yeah.
I think he was good friends with Reverend Applegreen.
I laughed so hard I forgot whose turn it was.
Hey, a study finds that dancing comes naturally to infants. Yeah, you dance too if you could poop your pants and get away with it. I just pooped my pants. It was horrible.
Same thing when we see you squirming in the chair. All right. Study shows
That's going to itch later.
I'm ready. Study shows that the more dating choices you have, the more likely you are to end up alone. Wow, settles it. I'm getting rid of at least half of those supermodel telephone numbers.
Wow. And they'll probably drop all their restraining orders too.
I hope so.
At least half of them.
Yeah.
A study, right? A study says that if you don't get enough sleep, you'll tend to binge on junk food. It's bad enough to find things under your eyes, but now they're filled with Fruit Loops.
Oh. Okay. That was the worst of the day.
That was the worst.
That was
of the
really
day.
bad.
That was bad.
Yeah.
That was bad.
All right. At least we agree on something. And Chuck, wrap us out of the news attack there.
Okay, so Donald Trump visited the town in Ohio that had a train derailment, then picked up some McDonald's before flying back to Florida. Little known fact, the special sauce on a Big Mac protects the body from toxic chemicals.
That's why he had 10.
Well, if you take them internally, you see.
Yeah. All right. Don't forget what I told you guys about the Wacky But True that we're doing today's and yesterday's, so you get extra wacky news stories. And I'll start off here for today. Paramedics in the UK took a man to the hospital after he called 911 for a stroke. When they arrived, he leapt up and thanked the paramedics for the ride. He only wanted to ride to the hospital to visit a friend. Oh, that's horrible. All right.
Can you say Uber?
Yeah. Here's what happened when they drug him into the ambulance, back into the ambulance, I should say.
There it is. That's it. Cheater's justice. Oh, God. Oh. There you go. No.
Cheater's justice.
Well, of course, in the UK, with their healthcare, it's probably cheaper than a cab ride.
Ooh,
so
could be.
Right. Yeah, that ride's probably free.
Free, yeah. Uber
unlike here, where it costs about $2,500 for a 10-mile. Yeah.
And you have to provide gas.
Right.
Alan Milani.
At a liquor store in the UK, a man wearing a stocking cap entered, demanded money as he threatened staff with a knife. The wannabe robber fled after a female customer threw a full can of beer at him, hitting him on the head.
Oh, didn't take him down, though. That's kind of sad. Huh? Here's his question afterwards.
Oh, sorry, eh? We just wondering, eh? Just exactly what is wrong with the beer, eh? Is it poison? Could it kill you?
Take off, eh?
Chuck.
In Germany, a smoker started banging on a cigarette vending machine when it took his money but didn't give him any cigarettes. Unfortunately, he banged too hard and the machine fell on top of him.
Oh.
He was later patched up by paramedics.
Oh, wow. It's like in the video Bad Grandpa.
Right.
Yeah. Picture that.
Understand?
He was one of the city's biggest hijackers of booze, cigarettes, razor blades, shrimp and lobsters.
Till that machine fell on him. And back to Alan.
A 42-year-old woman in Japan went to a clinic complaining of persistent bloating and discovered that 2 surgical sponges were left in her body for at least 6 years. The sponges are suspected to have been left behind during one of her previous cesarean sections. One she had done 6 years ago and the other 9 years ago.
Those are some old sponges.
Yeah.
Wow.
I once knew someone that had a pair of the hemostats that got sewn up inside of her after surgery.
So I thought they counted them afterwards to make sure all the items were back on the tray.
Got to be some kind of a checklist.
All right. You said Japan, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, you said Japan. So let's check in with the doctor.
Look, more strange treats from the Orient.
All right. Me and Mike were really busy yesterday. We didn't get to do Wacky But True, so we got some bonus stories for you. And Chuck, you're up.
Okay. A drunk. Oh, sorry. That
Start
was
over,
really
Chuck.
Weird. Yes. There was a typo in it, and it threw me off. A drunk driver was so inebriated, she handed cops a compact disc, thinking it was her driver's license. The 36-year-old woman, Isora Matshini, I don't get as many points as you, Alan, had been drinking cocktails with friends and decided to drive home. After being pulled over and tried to hand the officer the CD, she took a breathalyzer test, which revealed, believe it or not, she had had too much to drink.
Oh, no. Let's hear a clip from that.
It's just that when I drink, sometimes I get a little crazy.
And that's what I want.
Oh, wow. Cop's a little out there.
That's a little forward.
Reminds me of the cop that knocks on the window and says, "How high are you?" And the guy says, "Hi, how are you?"
I love that video.
All right. Was it Chuck that did that one? Yes. So it's me. Over the weekend, a group of neo-Nazis in Germany decided to take to the streets for a parade in support of Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine. Little did they know the locals had other plans. Instead of responding with anger and violence, they organized a counter-protest that included playing humiliating circus music on full blast as the neo-Nazis marched down the street.
That is awesome.
Wow.
Excellent.
There is a video. I'm going to watch that after we're done.
Say what? There's a video of it too?
There's a video, yeah.
Oh.
I got to watch that when we're done.
Okay. Here's the
That'd
sound.
be fun.
Here's the sound effect.
You seem to think the world is just some sort of a three-ring circus, and all you've got to do is to run around and have fun.
Yeah. All right. Alan on a fence.
A man allegedly trying to steal stuff from a store in South Africa didn't quite get away. He'd been trying to climb over a fence when both of his feet became caught on the spikes. During the course of the evening, he had managed to free one foot, but no one had sympathy for the alleged thief, and they let him hang there upside down until the cops arrived.
I mean, who hasn't done that?
Yeah.
You know?
Is that
right?
a pinata?
Right?
Pinata time? What? All right.
Let's see if we can bust it open.
You may well call it upside down, since you occupy its lowest level, and deservedly so.
Yes, totally. All right, Alan Milani.
I just did that one.
Oh,
didn't
sorry.
I?
I'm sorry.
Oh.
Chuck Ritchie.
Yeah, in India, a man appearing in court on a robbery charge attacked the judge with a pair of slippers. The first slipper he threw missed the judge, but the second hit, right on target, in the face.
Oh, that's one angry judge.
That's probably not a good way to state your case.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Here's what she had to say.
Now those magic slippers will take you home in 2 seconds.
All right, Pizza Place, Columbus, Ohio, raising eyebrows after advertising to hire a specific type of job applicant. The family-owned Santino's Pizzeria has posted a sign reading, "Now hiring non-stupid people."
Ooh.
Ouch. Santos co-owner Jaden Donegan said she and her family posted the sign out of frustration with hiring in the recent months. She said previous employees have come to the pizzeria with little or no work ethic, adding that finding good help has been really difficult. Heather Stockton, a manager at the restaurant, said she's looking for an employee who is just reliable, on time. Just don't come to work like in sandals. She also noted that they put up the sign after people were no-shows for job interviews or didn't take the work seriously. Oh, man.
Yeah, because that putting up signs like that's really going to encourage people to work for you, right?
Non-stupid people. Wow. I think that would hurt business too. You think? All right. And there's one thing she didn't know when she posted that.
There are no stupid questions, just stupid people.
That's right.
That is true.
That is true.
Actually, that's not true. There's a lot of really stupid questions.
Is there? Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, there are.
All right. What
really,
do you
really stupid ones.
Stupid question. What are you doing tomorrow, Chuck?
I'm going to be on the radio with you tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah. All right. Join me and Chuck Ringy, possibly Philip Dutton. So we'll see what happens. Join us tomorrow for your KCHW morning show. Other than that, we want you to have a great day. Keep on listening to the music right here on Northern Lights Public Radio. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Chuck. Great job and a fun show. Thanks.
Big Alan.
All right. Give me a whoop whoop.
Thank you, Scott.
Whoop 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 whoop.
Whoop whoop. Where's the roof?
They're like trained dogs.
I'll stop. Goodbye, everybody.
You seem to think the world is just some sort of a three-ring circus, and all you've got to do is to run around and have fun.
That's it. Cheater's justice. Oh, God. Oh. Hey, no.
Oh, sorry. We just wondering, just exactly what is wrong with the beer, eh? Is it poison? Like, could it kill you?
You know, he was one of the city's biggest hijackers of booze, cigarettes, razor blades, shrimp and lobsters.